Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is February the 27th, Thursday. Hello, Kiki, Ike, Nicole, Sabra, Dale. Nicole says it's already Friday for me. That is amazing. That just had me briefly very confused because I was like, is it Friday? But it's Friday for you. That's nice. It's Thursday for me. And hello, June. How do we get rid of Bob Dylan? I have trouble. If you search at Dylan Sara, you can also, if you subscribe to my channel, it should come up in the searches. So that was an interesting question. By the way, if you just tuning in, you don't know what's going on, we're about to draw Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto. Have a daily drawing practice, which everyone is invited to come and draw with me. But here is a question directly from June. If you, in YouTube, just put in at Dylan Sara, maybe other people in the chat also have handy hints of how to find my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure you search at Dylan Sara, and then if you scroll down a bit past Bob Dylan, who it just ruins my search engine optimization, go past Bob Dylan and there should be my face and my channel, and it will say channel Dylan Sara. Hopefully that will help you find me, but you are here, you found me. Hello Lisbeth, hello Hannah Marie. So Aiken just told me today that in the past 24 days he's read 24 Naruto mangas. So we're going to draw Masashi Kishimoto, who created Naruto, and I can't remember when it was, but I watched some of the Naruto cartoons a long time ago before I had kids, and it was pretty fun. And Aiken has just been, subscribing is the easiest way. Kiki says, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. There's this thing that says notification. It's a little bell, and then it will let you know when I'm going live as well. It will be like a handy notification. You can click on it and you'll come right here. Hello, Astrid. Let's draw Masashi Kishimoto. I have a bonus reference. I have Naruto, and I put this one together with Naruto over Masashi Kishimoto's shoulder. So should I keep it like this? I like this. I think like this. This is what I like. I love the background. I like the blurry office aesthetic, but I'm going to put Naruto just over his shoulder, so I'll put that up there. June is subscribed, but still find it difficult finding your way to me. Yeah, Bob Dylan. I don't even know who Sara is, but wife, daughter, someone. Maybe there's a song of Bob Dylan's called Sara. I pronounce my name Sara, but that doesn't help in the search engine. Here we go. Let's draw together, shall we? Option 2. Yeah, Naruto over the shoulder. So yeah, I was. There's a lot of cool stuff about a lot of cool. There's cool storytelling, and there's cool stuff in Naruto, and it's like some of it's super playful and some of it's really like brutal, and there's a lot of fighting and stuff, but there's interesting mythological stuff like this nine-tailed fox thing, and I can't quite remember the relationship of Naruto to that, but there's also a like these epic giant toads which like come into battle and can be summoned, and there's just so much wild, incredible, imaginative stuff. And I was saying to Aiken yesterday, I was like, how did the person who created this come up with all of this stuff? And then Aiken had all of this information about this person who we're drawing, and about how he found his inspiration when he was younger, the things that kind of he saw some like cartoons that inspired his desire to draw. And for those who don't know, Naruto is a manga. I don't know how many editions, how many like installations there are, but I just read before this that 250 million copies of the Naruto manga have been sold, which is a lot. And there's a pretty fun cartoon. It's incredibly influential. I had a commission a few years back for Christmas. Someone got me to the brief was to draw her son manga style with Naruto stuff, and it was a super fun little Christmas commission that I did. I'm not sure how I'm going with the likeness here, but that's all right. It's all simplified. Working with pure line, for those who haven't been with us the past few days, about reduced pure line. Yeah. Who here has read or watched Naruto or other mangas or anime or cartoons in general? Do you have illustrated, drawn characters in your life experience that have left their mark upon you and your perception and understanding of the world? Hi Maria and Luis, hello. So I wonder, it's been really interesting. Apparently Aiken has now read all of the mangas in the school library, Naruto, and he's been very absorbed in this world. It's like, and they're these big thick books, so that it's not all text. There's a lot of images, of course, and there are all these like wild characters with this energy that they have all these like superpowers and battle each other in really epic ways. So yeah, he's been pretty excited by that recently. And I wonder, it was kind of like he was absorbed into this world. He'd get home from school and just start reading, and apparently he was reading at school. I was like, do you still talk to your friends? He's like, yeah, they do other stuff and I read. But now I was thinking that once he's pushed through and he's finished the story, I wonder what comes next. And I wonder what that kind of, reading all of that, absorbing all of that, what kind of impression that will have. Hi Corinna, welcome, nice to have you here. There were anime that I digged. I didn't really read much manga. I liked comics, like when I was at high school and university, and there was this really cool comic shop that had all of these, had everything basically in Adelaide. And I would spend hours just looking at stuff, not being able to afford things, and making my choice, like, oh, this is the thing I want. And it was like an hour bus ride for me to get to this comic shop, and it just had this world of illustrated, drawn, incredible art. Like it was kind of like going to the art gallery, and every month there would be new stuff that I couldn't afford, but I could hang out and look at it. I remember Tony, the guy who owned the shop, and he was a character. So I didn't really read the mangas, but at some point I did start, was watching animes and was like super kind of blown away by the aesthetic, the style, the visual language, it's just a really interesting. At the time, I felt it was really interesting. I had really liked cartoons when I was a kid, and then to discover this world of cartoons of drawn film, which are not for children, and it was really the whole idea of the drawn world that can be like supernatural and superpowered, and things can happen and it's all drawn. Like back in the day, every frame was drawn. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, so being interested in that led me to doing a semester of Japanese at university, which I failed. um, but I can say watashi wa Dylan. But I couldn't figure out or memorize any kanji, so I just failed the exam. It was like we were encouraged to do some stuff which was nothing to do with our department, the field that we were studying in. I studied architecture, and then when we had these electives, I was like, oh, how about another language? How about Japanese? And it was really fun, and I really liked the sensei and the other people in the group, and I just failed the exam. And I felt like it was pretty unfair. I felt like the amount of kanji. So there are these 3 different alphabets, and there's a phonetic alphabets, which are katakana and hiragana. And you look at them, and they're syllables, they're sounds, a, I, u, e, o, ka, ki, ku, ke, ku, and it makes sense. You can internalize and memorize those, and then when you see them, then you can read things. But then you get presented with kanji, which I just couldn't get my head around. Then you've got a whole word in one character, and I felt like the exam was a bit too kanji heavy, since I felt like most of the semester we spent just learning the phonetic alphabets, and then they just like drop all this kanji on us in the exam. I was like, I can't do any of this. I left the exam early. I just like read through, did what I could do, and I was like, there's no point in me being here, I'm going. That's it. June, with young children, you live in a different world. You ask your grandchildren. Yes, ask them. Hi, Lucas. Kiki loves anime and manga art. Love the lines. Right? So this has been about line the past few weeks. And then I was like, manga, of course. These books. This is nice perspective, isn't it, Lucas? These books that are just full of line work. It's so good. So I just thought it would be perfect today. I think I'm almost going to move on from here. Yeah, perfect to focus on an influential figure and creator from the manga universe. Yeah, so there are things like some things, once you become aware of them, you start to see them everywhere. And there's like the headband of Naruto is something. There are these clouds, these red clouds that there is this team of like superpowered, like villainous fighters, and they wear these black cloaks with red clouds on them that look so cool. Naruto has this way of running where he's just got his arms back and just runs around, and like some people just do that because it's like the Naruto run. There's these cool things that they do with their hands to like channel energy. Yeah, there's just so much cool stuff about it, and really interesting, funny characters, and it's a kind of world which has I think had a lot of influence in various aspects of culture. So something really cool about a lot of the manga and anime is that they're often dealing with some kind of superpowered spiritual energy which people are able to train and tap into, and it's often related to like martial arts styles and stuff, and then they can just do like mind-blowing stuff and summon giant toads and split into multiple versions of themselves. Or there's a guy who can like control sand, and he carries around this clay pot of sand with him, and then he's like he uses this sand. There's all this cool superpowered stuff, and I used to like love all of this this kind of fantastic beyond normal kind of things. Yeah, and I think it's just interesting that there's this whole world where it's really a world of entertainment where it's very much about this kind of tapping into these incredible spiritual forces to be able to kick ass, basically. It's usually related to fighting in these stories, but it's really interesting. In Avatar, The Last Airbender, there's a really nice description of the way energy flows through the body and can be brought to rest and can be harnessed, and it's really interesting stuff to think about. And then and these explosive, wild, entertaining displays of spiritual superpower in these books. I didn't put a timer on today. Just realised. But I do have a date right after this to read some manga. I've had amazing conversations all this week with my mentorees, and there's been so much cool stuff, and it's been interesting. A lot of what's been happening in the live streams and dealing with pure line has been super relevant, and the idea of reducing something, making it really essential, and seeing how much you can communicate with line before you start doing anything else, to say as much as you can just with the line without any value. All right, now I'm going to put Naruto over here, I think. And also about this idea of reducing something to its essence has been a really interesting insight the past week, working on the pure line drawings in these live streams. And it's just felt very in tune with what's been coming up in some of my mentorship chats, that it's a really wonderful exercise, and just to start trying to look at things in a different way. Really interesting. So it's been super fun hanging out with all of you, in case you're watching this. All right, I'm going to so I've been doubling up the lines, just kind of giving a bit more substance to some of the line work here, and Naruto in the background I'm going to keep really the homogeneous normal line weight, so it's going to recede into the background. So just making this shoulder a bit darker, and this edge. Here, I've left this open because there's this light on light thing happening with the background, and I like these implied open lines. And I've got Naruto behind there. We're just going to draw him in now. How's everyone doing? Kiki, you said you love anime and manga art. Do you have any favorites? There's I remember Neon Genesis Evangelion was pretty big. I put a lot of people into that when I was at university. Astro Boy, when I was a kid, in the 80s, I loved Astro Boy. It was so cool. It's this robot kid who can fly around, and then one day I wanted to watch it with my little kid. I was just whoa, so much destruction, and it was just too intense. That was years ago. He'd probably be able to digest it now, but I didn't realize just how violent and explosive it was. And at the time it seemed it's all robots, it's okay. But when I watched it as an adult with my impressionable young person, it was whoa, I don't think we should watch this. Big was very small at the time. But I loved Astro Boy. And there was also like a lot of games that kind of felt like they were in the manga world as well, like Mega Man. Was it Castlevania games as well? It was kind of like this manga style vampire world, which was really cool. Maybe put that line a bit. Go a bit further over here. Akira, Ghost in the Shell. I had a vampire phase, and there was this Vampire Hunter D. A lot of them are like, they're super gory and intense and stuff, but I think I was totally desensitized and it didn't affect me. Or maybe it affected me in ways that in different ways. I'm nearly done. Oh, Dragon Ball. Just looking at his hair. Thinking of Dragon Ball Z stuff. That was pretty cool. Alright. I think that's it for today. Hey, Victoria. Thank you. Thanks for being here, everyone. I've told you before, Kiki, this pen says Stabilo 0.88, fine 0,4. That's what it says. So it's 0.4 of a millimeter. Bye-bye, June. Thanks for being here, everyone. Hey, Ashley. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. You just joined for the end of this drawing, and now I'm off to read some bedtime manga, and I hope you're all doing wonderfully. And tomorrow's Friday, so we'll be here same time on Friday. Things will be a bit different on Saturday because I have a Let's Face It live event at 9, so there'll be a different time for the Saturday live stream, but I'll let you know about that. And if you haven't already, please join the Discord server. And there was a special request today from someone who's not feeling too well, that in the general art chat, Kinkaju Kazoo said they're not feeling too well and could people share some of their stuff that they're working on. So in the general art chat, there is the reference sharing, the daily reference chat where you can get the reference and you can also share your work. And there is the general chat and art share. And if you have other things that you're working on that you would like to share, feel free to put them in there. Now that I put that hatching in there, I think I'll darken up the hair a bit here too. But yeah, it'd be really great. Take a look around the Discord server. There are various chats. There's a new inspiration chat where we can share inspiring artists with each other. There's a resources chat where people are sharing photographers and websites that can help you learn things. I mean, I'm like photographers for getting cool reference from or just to be inspired by. The general chat and art share where you could put in something that you're working on at the moment, just to kind of put it out there and share with friends and make friends. All right, that's it. Just a bit of hatching here and here, because Naruto has some, and then it kind of balances it out a bit. And the Discord link, which I put up the top of the chat, and it should also be in the description, but I'll put down the bottom of the chat here, is 274 members. So good. Oh, Ashley says, Dylan, do you ever go to coffee shops and draw people or baristas? I'm home most of the time. But if you want, you can buy me a coffee. There's a buy me a coffee link, and I have really good coffee at home. I would love to spend more time out of home, but I have small children and I do a lot of stuff online, and I'm filming my tutorials and stuff. So I'm at home a lot. But I used to, when I was traveling, which I would love to do some more in future, I used to go to cafes and just draw the people there and draw people in the streets and in plazas in Spain. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff, just drawing people. Thanks drawing hands. People are already putting them in. We've reached the end, so put your drawing hand emoji in the chat. Thank you, Corinna, Kiki, Nicole, Lucas, and Dale. And if you're watching the replay and you've made it all the way to the end, in the comments section, you can put a drawing hand, and I will be like, oh, that person watched all the way to the end. That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching and sharing all this time with me and drawing together. Until tomorrow. Hannah Marie taught manga in art lessons for 9 to 13-year-old children. That's cool. You're a cool art teacher. Lewis, Stars, and Hand. Thanks, everyone. I will see you in the chat hopefully tomorrow, and I would love to see your work. So tag me on Instagram. I don't know if Masashi has an official Instagram. I doubt it, but I don't know. But yeah, tag me, sharing on Instagram. I love resharing your work, and share to the Discord server, where I was just about to put the... Oh, I did. I put the link in the